Hello and welcome to my guide on how to complete Rogues Gallery on very hard in the new video game Raid World War II. Now, the best way to do this raid is to stealth it. As a result, doesn't really matter what guns you bring, because you're going to be meleeing everyone anyway, so I'm just going to bring the Galant and the MP40 SMG. Now, you got to clear this place out, both of Nazis and of the Nazi jewellery that's inside. I assume the jewellery's made out of Nazi gold and that's what you're getting paid for. Anyway, this first room is going to be filled with Nazis, and so you've got to kill as much of them as possible. Don't leave a single Nazi alive. Now, there's also some Nazis in the back. Now watch out, in the back there's a Nazi commander. You've got to take him out fast because he will shoot faster than the others. And if they shoot, they can alert more Nazis. Now, Adolf Hitler is very concerned about the well-being of this Nazi commander, so he's just checking up on him. But you know, I'm playing as Wolfgang, so I can go, yeah, everything's fine. Now, I'm just going to pick the lock here, doing the phenomenal pick locking minigame. And I'm just going to check round back. As you can see, there's a Nazi here, and he did manage to get off a shot, but luckily there was only one Nazi in ear range. So, kill the Nazi commander, kill the Nazi, tell Hitler everything's fine, and, you know, just have a nice relaxing time, really. Just checking, making sure there's no enemies. But I did find a dog tag back there, and I found another one here, so you know, the more dog tags you pick up, the greater your reward is at the end of the raid. So it's worth looking for the dog tags. I think I get all of them except for one in this raid. If I had a bit more patience, I'd probably look around for the final one. But, you know, it's whatever. I've played Raid for quite a long time now. I've got most of the unlocks. I found another stinking Nazi out here. Take him out, easy peasy. Now, you've got to move all this Nazi jewellery to the escape vehicle, which I really like. I really like this raid. It's unique and something you don't really see in any other game I've played, really. I really like the style of having to kill the Nazis while moving their loot to your escape vehicle. Now, the one thing I don't like is how Mrs. White tends to sometimes complain that you're killing Nazis, and I don't understand why. I think it might be a bug, so I'm going to have to put that on the bug reporting forums later. But right now we're just going to secure the Nazi jewellery and occasionally kill a few more Nazis should they come across our little raid here. So I really want to address the elephant in the room. And there's a lot of people that have been giving Raid World War II shit, saying it's too similar to Payday 2 made by Overkill Software. And honestly, it disgusts me that people make such a comparison, because the two games are nothing alike. Raid World War II is a perfectly unique Raid War II simulator in which you play realistic scenarios and, you know, you're fighting Nazis. Meanwhile, in Payday 2, it's just a game developed by Nazis where you're fighting in unrealistic scenarios. So I think it's an utterly unfair comparison to make. Some people like to make the argument of, oh, it's supposed to be a spiritual successor to Payday 2. But honestly, I don't think that's an excuse for such an unfair comparison. As you can see, there's a Nazi here. I'm just going to take him out. Now, going back to what I was saying earlier, because we still got a bit of time to secure this Nazi jewellery, I think Raid is a perfectly unique game, and there's nothing else like it on the market currently. So it's important to show your support and pay for a copy of Raid. For the full version, it's only 50 Great British pounds, and honestly, that's a perfectly fair price for the content you're getting here. I can't think of any other game that comes close to the value for money, because even Titanfall 2 is something absurd like £35 for the full game. Like, why would you pay that kind of money for a game like Titanfall 2? This game right here, Raid World War II, is more than worth the £50 asking price for the full version. As you can see, I'm just taking some of the optional jewellery as well. Might as well. So yeah, Raid World War II is a phenomenal game. And if you haven't got it already, I highly recommend it. As you can see from the footage I'm playing right now, it's a very exciting game. Rose Gallery is probably my favourite raid. Now, there was a bit of loot back there, but I was getting a bit bored. You know, this video is just to show you how to stealth it. If not getting all the loot annoys you that much, you can do it yourself with the tips and tricks you've learned in this video. So this is the final bag I'm going to secure. And I'm about to find out what rewards I got from collecting all that optional loot and all the dog tags. So, you know, for fun, let's see what we get. After all this experience. Oh, I got a pattern for one of my suits. That's very nice. So, that was my guide. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video.